Hey, what's going on, guys? Appreciate you stopping by. It's no secret that we've been dealing with elevated inflation over the last several years, and there's certainly different takes on just how much that inflation has been. Official government numbers will say that we had inflation one year of 9%, and the other years were anywhere between like 4 and 6, and even dipping down into the 3%. And if you're not familiar, what that means is that they look at 1 year earlier. So they'll say, okay, 1 year ago, prices on average were 3.5% less than they are this same time a year later. So that's 3.5% inflation. So if something cost $1, now it costs $1.03 and, or $1.04. My opinion has been for quite some time that inflation has been much more than that. And of course, it depends on what the item is. Are you buying a car? Are you buying a house? Are you buying an air conditioner or a refrigerator? Are you buying tires? Are you buying food? And all of those things can fluctuate in price. Sometimes it's seasonality. Sometimes it's raw materials. It just varies. So I did a study back in 2024, and I just found the information that I had accumulated back then. I had misplaced it, couldn't find it, I've looked for it, and I just found it. And I wanted to share this information with you. And what I'm going to do is put up on the screen some comparison prices. And I have the date when I purchased originally. And then I have, and by the way, this was back in 2020. Then I have in 2024 what the current price is, and it was around July of 2024. Now, I will tell you that I did look at all of these items, and out of all the items, the only thing that was less money were eggs. And if you remember, we were having issues with egg prices back in 2024, and they have since dropped. So, anyways, I'll go through and I'll put up on the screen what these different items are, and then give some commentary. And I'd really like if you guys could comment on what your thoughts are. I'm sure you've seen the same thing, and if you have any good examples that hey, I paid, a few years ago I paid $5 for this, and now it's $7.50. Share that below. So here we go. So the first one is, as you can see, January 24th, 2020, a 20-ounce Diet Pepsi was $1.88. And July 21st, 2024, $2.38. Now, I will tell you, it's now well above $2.38. And that's a 26.6% increase in a bottle of Diet Pepsi. And like I said, it's even more expensive now. I mentioned about the eggs, $1.28 back in 2020. And then in 2024, it was $2.68. Eggs do fluctuate quite a bit in pricing. And it is now cheaper than the $2.68. But you could see the price of eggs actually went up 109% at one point. And that's pretty much a staple in most households. Heavy-duty aluminum foil, 50 square feet, a package was $3.12. And fast forward to July of 2024, it was $3.78. That's a 21.1% increase, and it's even higher now. I checked that price. So the next one is Heinz ketchup. I am a ketchup fanatic. So here we are, a 20-ounce bottle of ketchup back in 2020 was $2.23. Fast forward to July of 2024, $3.48. That's a 56% increase. And yes, it's even more expensive today. I want to say it was like $3.78 today, or $3.98. So that's 56%. Next one is Fleischmann's Rapid Rise yeast. It was $1.34 back in 2020, 2024, $1.88. And by the way, I checked the price. That actually was the same. So it's held for the last couple of years. But that's a 40.3% increase over the course of that time. So again, when you hear the government come out and pundits come out and talk about, it's 3.5%, it's 4.1%, I just don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. So, Cadbury Dairy Milk Chocolate Candy Bar, $1.54 back in 2020. Fast forward to 2024, $2.58. And I looked, and it's way up above $2.58. I believe it was like $3.56 or something like that. It's crazy. That's a 67.5% as of 2024, and it's gone up even more. Now this is interesting because this is DiGiorno frozen pizza. 31.4 ounce was an even $5 back in 2020. July 21st, 2024, it was up to $5.97. That's a 19.4% increase, but we had shrinkflation. The package size, what you were buying, actually shrunk. And it went from 31.4 ounces to 29.3, which is 6.7% decrease. So you're paying almost 20% more, and you're getting 6.7% less. That really tells the tale, because that has happened so much. It has happened over and over again throughout many items, not just food, but it's happened a lot with food. So those are the items that I wanted to share, and there were a lot more that showed the same thing. And when you look at all those, and then again, you hear about the government, the news agencies, the pundits coming out and saying, hey, inflation's slowing down. It's only, 3.5%, 4%. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. I look at the prices of things that we're shopping for. I do a lot of purchasing for where I work, and I can see paper towels, toilet paper, all kinds of things going up in price. And the big message that comes across to me when I look at this, and I don't see things slowing down at all. If anything, I could see for the next several years this inflation staying where it's at or going up higher. I see no reason why inflation would decrease, which means anything that you buy today, if you go and buy a bag of rice, there's a very good chance a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, that bag of rice is going to be more expensive. So if you could buy it today, you will be saving money versus buying it later. Now, I understand there's a conundrum there, because not everybody can afford to put resources to go out and buy items that they don't need right now, they're going to need later. So you have to make a decision based on your own particular situation. And for me, over time, we continue to stock up. We continue, even though we have hundreds of pounds of rice put away, I continue to buy rice and put more away. Canned goods, same thing. Even though we have hundreds and hundreds of canned goods, we continue to add to it and rotate. Seasonings. All of these things, all of the items that are used on a daily, a weekly, and maybe a monthly basis are things that we continue to put back as we can afford it. Because we're on a budget just like everybody else. And if we have some additional disposable income, maybe we put back a little bit more. Because sometimes that has to go elsewhere as well. So, if I put a call to action out there for anybody watching this video, it would be to stock up. Stack it to the rafters. Put additional supplies back, starting with food. Look at other things as well. I've mentioned it before: dish detergent, toothpaste, razors, shaving cream, body wash, soap, all the things that you use on a regular basis. If you can go buy, I mentioned that bottle of Heinz ketchup. If that bottle of Heinz ketchup is $3.78 today, what's it going to be a year from now? Maybe it's going to be $4.25. So I buy it now, and I realize it's not a lot of money, between $3.78 and $4.25. Let's just call it 50 cents. But you multiply that times hundreds, if not thousands, of items and instances, it can add up. And if you can do this and save $500, that's $500 that can go towards a bill or an emergency fund. So anyways, that's it. That's all I got for you today. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't. Click that notification bell so you'll be made aware anytime we upload new content. And above all, you guys stay safe. Take care. We'll see you next time.
So I ran from the cities and the noise and lies, found a piece of ground under open skies. Hands in the dirt, sweat on my shirt, learning what living's really worth. While crooked men shake hands in rooms, selling souls to corporate suits. Society's sick, but I found the cure. A back road life, honest and pure. They can keep their throne and their golden news. This life out here's my modern exodus. I traded screens for a sunrise, callous palms, blisters, pride, planted seeds where hope was.